German philosopher Baruch Spinoza said, "Peace is not an absence of war. It is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, confidence, justice." Meaning, peace does not necessarily translate to the lack of war or the absence of conflict under any circumstances and situations, because tension, stress, and the feeling of conflict is always present in the modern world and in different parts of different societies in one way or another. People do not actually like one another in all societies. They internally hate and loathe each other unreasonably and unwantedly. It's absolutely unnecessary, but people still also are driven by hatred, jealousy, and revenge for one another in one way or another, even though they don't always express it. But that's the bitter underlying reality that dominates not only people's or our behavior, but also controls and manipulates our actions and produces dangerous outcomes and consequences that are absolutely unwanted and undesirable for the sustainment and the survival of not only society itself but also human civilization as a whole. So peace is not always an absence of war, but it is actually a virtue, a good quality, a noble intention that allows for understanding and communication to take place between the parties concerned, and then a mutual agreement based off wisdom, critical thinking, and rationality can be reached, in which the two parties finally cease hostilities and stop firing and shooting at each other and also unnecessarily killing one another. So that's how peace works. Peace is not absolute absence of war or conflict of any kind. War is always there. It's not always visible though, but conflict, tension is always present, and that tension is reflected in people's hypocrisy, hatred, jealousy, and malevolent intentions towards one another that they always have had and that they always nurture and cultivate within themselves out of desperation, despair, and disorientation of their own lives. So peace is actually a virtue, a noble and great state of mind, and a temperament, character or behavior of benevolence, kindness, confidence, and justice. So all of these virtues, qualities, and conditions work at the same time when we talk about peace. And it's not total absence of war by any stretch of imagination.